Alrighty. Now, sorry about that yet again, unfortunately. Obviously, we got a few kinks to work out, but ironically enough, we did have to unplug some ACs as it also is now getting warmer in here to really make sure that the players are really immersed into their characters. It has also gotten a little bit darker, so I apologize if you can't see us quite as well. But we're going to go ahead and pick up where we last left off. As you guys enter back into the ruins, familiar with this place, but not quite yet comfortable. You hear the gentle bubbling of the fountain that you had risen up through, and see the dull blue light emanating from it. You see as you walk in further, each of these alcoves behind you is filled with the image of a single engraved depiction of a humanoid holding a weapon, standing before a tower. 10 in total.
I'm gonna run towards the water.
Okay.
Dip my head in. And do a little dog shake. And also, before we leave, I'd like to grab a little vial of the water to take on my journey with me.
Beautiful. Taking on this bioluminescent blue water, you start to take on a nice little glow about you, where having been mostly purple before, you seem to shed a nice dull blue glow now instead.
Nice. I'll take it.
Alrighty.
It's like just everything you do looks so cool. It's just so. I'm sorry. I'll relax. It's just if you can see yourself right now, I fight a mirror. You know.
In the meantime,
you're kind of like this, and I try to do it. I splash my little. Oh yeah, I haven't described that to the audience that I have like a front wave, but only that part. Everything else is bald. Right here, I got hair. So right now, I splash my head in silver.
You hear a nice little as it kind of flaps to the top of your head.
Amazing.
Arlyn is sticking by where the pillar entrances are in the near the entrance, and I'm looking around. Do I see anything within those entrances in the back?
The entryways themselves are just alcoves carved out into the stone directly. The columns themselves also attached. The depictions themselves are simple. Nothing that would show any fine details, but rather just a general image, as though whoever carved them wasn't quite there, didn't see it necessarily in person.
Okay. So I walk forward to the bioluminescent water pool again.
Nice.
And can I look around? Are there any entrances or anything in the vicinity?
Yeah, absolutely. As you kind of check around the area, it's pretty clear that much like downstairs, it seems to kind of mirror that similarly, where there are 4 different corridors leading north, east, south, and west, opening up to a series of different rooms, likewise, similarly just kind of enclosed by growths of vines and different plant life.
I turn to Arlyn and I ask, where are we going?
We don't really know which way is out because we came from down there, inside of the pool. But I believe that we should maybe explore these rooms. Let's see if there's a way out.
But we've already explored everything.
No, we have not.
And I am
Especially
exhausted.
here on this upper floor.
But it's... Touche. Is the upper floor as wet as the bottom one? I just dried off.
Well, here's the question. Are you going to swim downward in the pool?
Is that what everyone
Wait, can
wants
you
to
do that? Is that like is it still just smoothing up?
Up top, from what you remember, it's been nothing but calm. and about 10, 15 feet below is where that kind of whirlpool started.
I don't want to go in the water again if I don't have to. If we have to search these areas as you feel, can we at least split up to save time? Or do you not think it's safe?
We don't necessarily know whether it's safe or not here.
I will say, if I can interject, the last time we split up, I think it was me and Calagon, right? No. You came, you tried to save me.
Yeah.
Yes, we almost died together.
I did get slashed in the chest when I didn't have everybody with me.
I don't think there's going to be anything up here that compares to what we just saw outside.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be fine.
Did he say what we should do?
Yes, I believe. He said to continue. Thank you, Rodrick. We must continue eastward, through the cavern system. Once we make it out, we will go north until we reach the tree line. And if we continue, he said something about a village somewhere in the forest.
Oh, our friend and mentor, the dragon, Erendor?
Yes.
You remember that he had pointed directly from the cliffside, standing atop that little dais, that platform. He pointed off towards this small blackened alcove from the east of the watering hole. Not necessarily connected to the current cavern system that you're in, but potentially.
Should we try to go east inside, or maybe find a way scaling the mountain outside?
Let's take a closer look outside.
Okay.
So
Alright.
we
I'll
exit.
follow you.
Not bad.
I'm going to get to the tip of the cliffside.
Okay. As you press forward, you kind of lean out over it and go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Ooh, you're making me nervous.
All right, first check.
First check of the game!
First check of the game. Let's hope it's a good one. Perception. 15.
15. While the clouds continue to waver in thickness, you see that they come and go and seem mostly to be held pretty low in this land. Obviously, you guys are already pretty high in altitude. You start to try to track along where he had pointed off to, and you seem to be able to make out the upper lip of the cavern that he had previously pointed towards. Aside from that, you can make out a few flying creatures, some seemingly birds, and then you remember, yes, you guys were warned about something called a bloodhawk. And you can see them, shadows just floating below the clouds.
Do you guys see that, gentlemen?
Arlyn, what do your weird blue guy eyes see? I don't know where you are. I'm sorry.
They're right there, Cleave. You could see them too. They're flying right below
They're
the
the
clouds.
bloodhawks.
Bloodhawks, yeah. Very nice.
Bloodhawks.
Does it seem
Does
like it's a
anybody-
far drop off the cliff? How
There-
high does it seem?
There seem to be probably a few hundred feet between you and the clouds.
I was gonna say I want the audience
Between
to know
us
that
and the
in the picture
clouds.
there's clouds beneath the cliff.
Yikes!
I think we should try to.
high.
I think we should try to go
The
inside, guys.
bloodhawks are flying beneath us.
I look around, and am I able to see any sort of like within the cliff, any sort of like ledges that lead downward, or anything like that?
There is an immediate kind of pathway about a good 20 feet below you that seems to wrap around part of this cliffside, but it certainly isn't man-made as the rest of this seems to be.
Okay.
With those things flying down there, I don't know if I want to scale this mountain.
That's a
Well,
great
does-
point.
I mean, what do they do? You're just mentioning that they're there, but what?
Oh, those are the things that we're possibly gonna take take a little snap at all the what are they called? Something elk or something, some kind of deer.
The Manshire reindeer.
The Manshire reindeer, right? Those are the things that were endangering them.
Yeah.
They tend to hunt pretty large prey.
Yeah, but if they have a diet for Manshire reindeer, I mean, I'd look nothing like one.
They must
So you
also
might-
have a diet of Manshire men.
And you might
Good
taste
thing
like
I'm a
one.
Manshire elf.
Elf
Good point.
man.
I just think it's safer to go inside, guys, but I'll trust you guys.
Then I
Whatever you
say
think.
that we go east through the inside of the cavern.
Yes,
Rodrick.
let's head that way.
All right.
Let's go.
Follow along.
I'm with you.
That wave of heat hitting you guys once more. You're reminded once more how exhausted you currently are. I'm gonna need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh
for me.
no.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Audience, look at this.
Oh, the light up ones. Yes.
That's freaking crazy.
It's amazing.
We need,
and
we
it
need
flashes on a
individual
20.
spotlight.
Flashes on a
Cameras
20
for
and
all the
everything.
dice.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Oh, my rolls are.
This was a Constitution saving throw. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
I think I'm good at those. I'm not. I lied to you.
11
Oh, I'm
for
good.
me.
11.
Wait, you
A
said I have
6.
inspiration, right?
Straight up, absolutely. I meant to mention that before the stream. David ran out and got his computer and was doing all this crazy stuff so that we could make sure that we got this back live. You, sir, are absolutely inspired.
That made the difference between
Yes. Nice. He saved the stream, so that was good.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
I went from a 2 to a 17.
Type
so-
David in the
Oh,
chat.
nice.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
David in the chat.
What do we got on these ends here?
I am most certainly exhausted. I drew a 6.
Solid.
13.
13. Calagon and Arlyn. As you walk through these doors and you feel the warmth, there's this kind of coziness that forces you to close your eyes for a brief second, causing you to stumble as you each take a point of exhaustion and feel yourself starting to nod off.
I don't know if I could go much further. I thought I could, but I'm just so tired.
Wow, hey there, buddy. Take a seat for a second. Just.
I'm gonna.
Do you guys think we should maybe rest here?
I mean, I never turned down a solid 4 hours of sleep.
As they're
Wait, no,
talking, I'm gonna lay down.
Wait, is
Just
what's
right where
affecting
I'm
us
at.
just the heat in here? Is that what's doing that to them?
It's the heat and the...
And the what, Tristan?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to say much more. The clear strain of taking on Arendor's power that seems to be just burdening you physically.
I am on the ground right now, laying down.
Oh yeah, that's just him looking powerful, feeling powerful. Look at him. Oh wow.
So, there's a strange thing going on between you two. There's some sort of bromance here.
Yeah, you also look powerful, but you're not like on the ground powerful, you know. He
Thank
is
you.
looking on the ground powerful.
Out of all people, Rodrick.
Yeah, look at him.
But I'm not on the ground.
Well, you're nearly there.
Huh. That's wild.
Oh wait, no, not you. No, you're right. It's not you. No, sorry. It was Arlyn. Yeah, you're looking like mighty powerful right now.
Well, thank you. We've got a bit of a
Like day after a
fanboy
workout,
in our
you know?
group.
I like that. I could use one of you. I could use more of you.
I say it is not worth continuing until we rest. I feel the burden of what we've just experienced. And I think Calagon is already gone.
He's Calagon.
He's Calagon.
Let's maybe get up to where the breeze was then, so that it's not so stifling. Have a nice rest.
I
Cool
don't
area.
think it would be intelligent to try and rest with the blood birds or whatever those things were out there.
deeper in, but not
Blood
just not
hogs.
here where we're in pain from the heat.
How about we camp by the entrance?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let's do it.
This
Who's gonna
Calagon is
take
already
first watch?
nestled up into one of the alcoves, just kind of full
Oh,
body.
I got you, buddy.
I can take first watch.
I do the like carry your kid to the bedroom.
Perfect.
Nice. Go ahead and make another Constitution saving throw for
what am
me
I
as you do
watching?
so.
I get him over my shoulder.
Just
Movement.
19.
19.
just make sure that nothing
Okay.
comes to get us.
not bad.
And what do I do if something happens to come get us?
Wake us up.
What if it gets me before I can wake you up?
Stick close.
Just hold on to this.
Oh, beautiful.
Got a stick.
I can always use a stick.
Wow.
Bat him away a little bit.
Carry that around.
Sometimes you need to bat away some animals.
Oh.
Not to, just keep them at bay, arm's length. You don't want to get, just need a stick sometimes.
You ever spin it? You ever twirl it?
Twirl it.
Yes.
You want to show me?
All right, we are heading off for the night. I am going to go to sleep. Are you on watch? Can we trust you?
Yes, of course you can trust me. I've
you can
been here
trust
this whole time.
Yeah, and he has a stick. We're fine.
Yes.
Well then.
It's like a club, but
And I start
Of all
opening my
things,
pack and taking out
I
my
could use a sword.
my little sleeping pouch or whatever I have in my explorer's pack, to try and get comfortable somewhat here on this floor.
And so you guys are all staying out on this main kind of lobbied entrance.
Yes.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna get
By the
changed into my
entryway.
PJs, which also look like cargo shorts. All of my clothes.
It just looks the same. But with a butt flap.
yeah.
It's a onesie with
Does
a
it
butt
also
flap.
have like
yeah, that's the difference.
millions of pockets and stuff?
Still,
It looks
still a bunch of
exactly
pockets,
the same.
but instead of being a robe, it's a onesie. That's what it is.
So funny.
Very nice. I imagine just like
Take off my little armor.
like night mask in one of the pockets, little, like sleep cap.
Love
Sleep
it.
cap that just
Love
like
it.
yarmulke's right here over just the part of the hair.
Love it.
I'm
Love
going
it.
to say, make a series of Constitution saving throws for me for every half hour that you're
my goodness.
looking to
Ooh.
stay awake.
Okay.
That's gonna be like 4.
He said every half hour, so that's 8.
Yeah, that's.
No,
he's saying 4 of them for 2 hours.
Your watch is about 2 hours.
it's
You
only
need
2
6
hours.
hours of sleep.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, I'll watch for 2 hours.
You need 6 hours of sleep and 2 hours of light activity
Ready?
or something like that, I believe.
So the first one is 15.
Okay.
Okay.
He's doing good.
Let's go, high roller.
Eek. Second one is 8.
Noted.
I think I know what the same is. 9.
Right. Yeah.
One more. 15.
Very nice. As Arlyn and Cleave tuck themselves away in the corner, you start to kind of wander about back and forth, pacing the halls, making sure that everything looks kosher. Taking a peek outside, everything seems completely untouched. Everything is peaceful, it's serene. Half hour passes, and you start to feel the pull of this power as you start kind of nodding off again. Shaking your head, you are able to maintain this sense of balance as you keep to your feet. And after another half hour passes, you find yourself on the ground, watching on, as for a moment, you see the blue that was emanating from Calagon begin to fade. And before your eyes close, it almost looks like it starts to grow brighter. And brighter, and brighter, and brighter. And it's not the darkness that seems to lull you to sleep, but rather that sharp contrast of bright light hitting your eyes as you have to reel back and suddenly find yourself unconscious.
Noted.
Lovely.
Calagon. Amidst these echoing halls, you hear a familiar voice call out to you. They seek to oppress us.
What? Who?
As you open your eyes, you look around, and everyone around you is fast asleep, including Robert. But down the hall, you see a deep blue light blue light that seemingly was coming from the fountain as it vanishes. And then again, it starts back up. Deep purple.
I'm gonna stand to my feet, stretch, and slowly, suspiciously walk over towards that light.
As you make your way down south through these corridors and around the fountain, you can see that it wasn't the fountain itself, and yet for whatever reason the fountain is completely dark. You recognize that the movement seemed to have kept it lit up all this time, but perhaps it stopped moving, perhaps it's just stopped for another reason.
Is there a rock around that I can grab and throw in there?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna grab a rock and throw it down the water, into the water.
You do so, and you lob it with one quick, like, you watch as splash, but you can only make it out with your great vision, but not
No
because
light.
of any sense of light.
I'm gonna take the vial out of my robe pocket and shake it and see.
Surprisingly enough, nothing. And as you kind of look to the fountain, you see that the light seems to be coming from the far south side of this ruin.
I'm gonna take a look back towards where I came from. Should I wake somebody up or keep exploring? I'm gonna run back and go up to Arlyn and shake him.
Nice.
Arlyn, wake up.
You reach out, and as you touch him to wake him, you feel this shock against your hand.
Ooh.
And you take
It's a lot of shock.
2 points
big
of lightning
shock.
damage
Oh, wow.
as you watch this light streak across his body, almost in self-defense of your touch.
Ow.
And
What the?
awaking, you feel this light tug and watch as he reels back from you.
I grip on my sword's hilt and I say, Calagon,
You
was that
just
you?
shocked me. I just tried to wake you
You
up.
just shocked me. I was not expecting you.
No, you shot lightning at me.
Lightning.
That's what it looked like.
I don't believe I have any lightning in my lineage.
Listen, I don't know. A lot of weird things are happening right now, but I saw this light pass the water, and the water doesn't seem to be glowing anymore.
No?
And I wanted to go explore, but I thought I should wake somebody up just in case.
That
And
was
then
a good
you
call.
shocked me with lightning.
I don't recall that part, but
It happened, but let's just focus. Come with me.
let's do it.
I'm gonna take him towards the south area.
I grab my
Okay.
sword
Yep.
and I follow him. So where again did you say this was coming from?
Right here.
As you guys continue on these deep stone floors, you're met with this bright purple light that seems to slowly fade as you approach.
I tap and point.
That's quite strange.
Entering the room, it's almost entirely barren, aside from a series of plants covering each of the corners, and one seemingly entirely untouched by time mural. The mural depicts in the center a man with long flowing hair and armor,
Whoa.
with 4 other creatures beside him, each in a diamond. Above him, you see a monster unlike any you've seen before. Almost looks like it's armored, plated, gnarled teeth and scales all over that seem to kind of jut out from its face, as though this entire body is one form of self-defense. The top right being this great ancient dragon. And below it, you see the visage of an elemental being wielding multiple different elements, all surrounding its body. At the bottom right, the clear form of a unicorn, strong and mighty, noble, and beautiful.
And the light came from this?
Seemingly so.
This is just more pictures of things we don't understand.
Wait a minute. Does it seem slightly familiar? Can I tie 2 and 2 together with the visions, not the visions, the etchings we had seen before downstairs? Because it kind of seems somewhat similar to him.
Make an investigation check.
New dice. Six.
6. This style is similar to some of what you'd seen down below. However, this is far greater detail than anything else, where everything seems to be worn by the passage of time. This is clearly how it was intended to be to begin with. Seemingly preserved uniquely amongst all the ruins here.
Did you see the light come from here?
I did, yes. I don't understand as much as you don't either, but
So something is trying to show us this. We might not understand it now, but maybe we just need to take the information in and maybe we could find answers elsewhere.
yes, but examine. There's a beast, a dragon, an elemental, and a unicorn.
But what about the one in the center?
That is what I don't understand. I mean, he looks like man, right?
Absolutely. Real quick, are you guys able to see the image that I have
Yeah.
pulled
We
up
are,
on?
yes.
Okay, perfect. I'll be sure to send that in chat.
Please, it's amazing. See, what I don't... I think it has to do with us.
Us.
Think about it. Think about it. We are all hybrids. Every single one of the 4 of us is a hybrid, are we not?
I get Rodrick's a half elf. Yeah.
Now, I don't know exactly what I am, but I am definitely a hybrid of many things, including man himself. My father, being a water genasi, has lineage of elemental in him. I connect with the elemental image.
But this thing is hundreds of years old. How old are you,
That
Arlyn?
I don't understand.
I'm only 30.
I'm a little bit older than you are, but
And that dragon looks nothing like me. They all look kind of evil. Well, either way, when the guys wake up, we should show them. And where did that light go?
I don't understand either.
Is there a pen and paper? Do we have any way to draw or kind of mark this down? Do we? in any way,
That
shape,
would be
or-
entirely up to your starting equipment if you guys have
You
anything
also
of the
have a
sort
book.
within.
Yeah, but it's a little special to just be doodling in.
Doodling in it, yeah.
So we'll wake up the guys and show them before we leave, before we head off east. I guess in the meantime we should go back.
As you turn to face away from the mural, Calagon, you alone hear. They seek to oppress us. He seeks to oppress us.
So
Did you hear that?
I did not hear anything, but at the same time, I'm like reluctant to leave. It's like calling to me, I feel. And I'm going to touch the image of the man.
Okay. You, Calagon, watch as he approaches. and that deep purple starts to glow the closer his hand gets to it. And looking down at your side, you watch as that same vibrant glow seems to be coming out of your book beside you.
Arlyn.
What?
And as he touches this mural, you watch as this line of electricity pulsates between the book and the mural, sending both of you reeling with a loud clap of thunder. Cleave.
I can't take any more damage, so...
Fast asleep, you hear a loud strike of thunder. And are met with just a flash of light as you find yourself face to face with a very familiar creature. You see that you are now hands and knees staring eye to eye to a Komodo drake. And you find yourself in the pen that you once called your own reserve.
Oh, hello there. You are a beaut. I just try to take in my surroundings. I look around behind me.
You watch as its tongue just kind of back and forth a few times. Its head drops down to its side.
Is there just one in there?
It is just the one. As it seems to step closer to you, you watch as one at a time its claws begin to grow and its arms become disjointed
Okay.
and enlarge
I start to like crawl back a little few episodes.
as it stabs into the ground, good 10 feet away from you.
Now that is incredible. But I didn't know this about your species, so I'm just gonna take a slow. I keep trying to step back a little bit.
You watch as lightning strikes the pen behind you, bursting it open. And behind you can see the familiar faces of villagers and family members that you once knew.
No. Do I have any any kind of equipment? Do I have?
Currently, it is just your traditional garb along with your bags.
All right. Then I'm just gonna stand at the door, at the gateway, and just sort of like Chris Pratt out here.
As you stand guard, it continues to get closer, and you hear, "Take my power. Take it and make it your own." And as you hear this, you see slow vines start to wrap up around the fence posts surrounding you. And you watch as they reach up closer and closer towards your feet.
I don't know what you mean. I reach down. I just like started like feeling at the plants, just like to see if they interact with me.
Nice. Yeah, as you reach your hand down, they instinctively almost come back up to you, and when you reach out, rather than having to lean down into it, it comes up one thick pointed vine into your hand, and now you feel that it's dried and hardened.
And it's like a spike.
Yes.
Oh no! Not again.
As you say that, you watch as it loosens in your hand and falls to be a more soft form and begins to braid itself along with others. And you watch as it continues to elongate in your grip, eventually coiling down into what almost resembles rope on the ground.
Yes. This is what I lacked the first time. I lock eyes with the Komodo drake, and I just sort of ready myself. If it makes any kind of movements, I just want to try to like wrangle it.
Okay. It continues forward, and as its back legs start to grow in very like fashion to how the front had just done, you see with one final prowler's pounce, it stretches its limbs out forward in front of it and then just reels towards you and jumping on it. Go ahead and make... We'll call this a... yeah, just a grappling check.
You gonna be okay, buddy. Here we go. And yeah! That's pretty good. What do you call it? Like just like a contested strength situation?
Yeah.
With it. 17.
17. All right. Beautiful. Alrighty. You jump forward, lunging at this creature, and right before it seems to get its maw around your own jaw, you duck out of the way, and grabbing this vine are able to start wrapping it as you previously had wrapped Elliot.
Yes.
Just the day before. And tying this creature up, you watch as it struggles and seems to start trying to bite back at you. And you slowly get to wrap all of its arms and legs down and watch as you just slowly press it to the ground and it eventually calms. Calagon.
Yes.
Having been knocked back by this blast, you find yourself dazed and confused as you open your eyes back, and you don't feel stone. You feel soft, wet dirt. And as you reach up to get your bearings, you feel the stone of what you would assume to be the wall behind you, only to find yourself standing up against a massive stone chest. Vines sprout up and start wrapping themselves around your arms and around your legs. And you feel as though they're pulling you down. You feel this weight as it pushes your body down towards the ground and almost starts pulling you away from this chest.
I'm gonna start to panic and try to rip away as much as I can.
Cool. Make a strength saving throw for me.
Oh, 3.
3. Knocking into it, you're...
I'm tired.
Yeah, clearly.
Excuses.
You kind of hit into the chest, and rather than just kind of stopping yourself, you start to drag it with you for a moment before slowly losing grip and getting dragged down, and you feel as they continue to entangle you further and further, you feel now your arms starting to get pushed down into the ground as though the earth itself is taking you in.
Can I try to bite these things off me?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm
give
gonna
it a
try to
go.
bite these things off
Yeah.
me.
We'll call that another strength check,
Okay.
but
Jaw strength check. 14.
okay, that luckily is enough to start biting away at smaller portions here and there. Get one arm up as you start to pull at the other and just tearing away at each of these branches. And so peeling back, you watch as everywhere you go, you notice that they seem to be crawling up the walls around you, which slowly you realize are made of dirt.
I'm gonna run towards that chest.
Doing so, before you even reach it, it opens back up to you. And you see a very familiar sight of this knotted wooden staff with a book inside. The book opens to this dull purple glow. And written inside of this book, it simply says, "Make my power your own."
Can I grab the book?
You do so, and you watch as the force of you just touching it seems to send a small shockwave, pushing these plants back for a moment as they start to entwine back towards you.
I'm gonna grab the book and the staff and turn towards the vines and let out a whatever I can.
Okay.
I'm just gonna see if I can do anything to attack these vines.
You take this deep breath, knowing your natural tendency towards your force breath from your draconic lineage. And as you do, you feel this power well up inside of you and spread elsewhere for the first time ever. And that same feeling that you would normally get, you feel extend now, not just from your own lungs, but through the book and through your body, reaching out to this wooden staff. And you feel this staff pulsate in your hand as you almost instinctively reach it out. Arlyn.
Oh, God.
In similar fashion, as you are knocked back, exhausted, having just been woken moments earlier, you immediately jump up to your feet and, kind of shaking off the blast from earlier, you start to look at it, and the walls of stone begin to look like walls of wood.
This is strange.
Suddenly you hear a slow crackling.
Who's there? I grab the hilt of my sword, bring my shield over.
As you do so, you look down, and you reach for your sword, and it's not there. Your shield in hand, you look around, and as you turn around, you're met with the sight of a beautiful, quaint village. Familiar to you, of course. And you see your father approaching.
Father?
At his side, you see his weapon as he pulls this beautiful bluish sword, swept at the guard, and just points it to the sky. And you watch as this blackened cloud overhead starts to follow in over from behind you towards him.
What is this? Is this a sick joke?
As you say this, you hear, dig, dig. They seek to oppress us. Dig, Calagon.
Take Calagon? What do you mean, take
And
Calagon?
you watch as lightning strikes from above and hits this town behind your father. And in this flash of light, blinded for that brief moment, you see as your standing father now lies on the ground.
Not again.
Stepping forward, he seems to vanish in a cloud of darkness similar to that overhead. Yet beside him, his weapon still remains on the ground.
Father, who is doing this?
As you look up, you see wings silhouetted as a backdrop to these darkened clouds, lit up by brief flashes of lightning.
I see Trident on the floor.
Yeah?
I'm gonna step forward. I'm gonna reach for my father's sword, Trident.
Okay. As you do so, you reach for it. And as you go to grab it, you see this dark cloud surrounded. And as you go to touch it, you don't feel the weight of your father's sword. You don't feel the steel in your palm. Instead, you watch as the warmth that you instead feel is shown in a bright, vibrant blue glow, crackling with electricity in your hands. And as you touch it, it starts to slowly just trickle up your arm and around your body. And as you look to the skies, you can see that there's a column of light surrounding you, where the clouds are no longer holding above.
What is this?
You can see that this silhouette above seems to be making its way south.
Where are you going?
Further from you. And as you look on, you can see what looks like a pit of vines far off in a field.
I'm still strangely looking at this spark in my arms of electricity. I'm gonna go and approach the vines very cautiously.
All right. As you step forward, rather than being able to kind of cautiously, slowly move as you had initially hoped, you watch as the distance instead is bridged in a matter of moments, as you seem to appear beside it in one final burst. Rodrick. Standing atop the cliffside where you had just received such wonderful blessing, you find yourself drum in hand, looking down at the open clouds, and you start to hear something, some screams perhaps below.
First thing I'm gonna say is, this is not where I was. I'm supposed to be keeping watch. I promise them they're never gonna trust me again. They're not even here. They were taken. And it's all my fault. But they're screaming. That's probably them. Too little, too late. Guess I'm on my own again. I thought I had finally found friends.
Right.
Looking on over this cliff, rather than being greeted entirely by clouds, you see as they start to dissipate, as this fading white opens up to a much closer vision than you had expected, where the ground isn't very far below, and instead you see a dull layer of cloud at the feet of what almost looks like an entire army of people below, all looking up at you, all alert and watching, staring directly at you. As you wave, you hear as cheers erupt from the masses below.
I practice this. I'm gonna turn around, and I'm just gonna stretch my hands out like this, and then I'm gonna spin back around. And go like this and look up.
You watch as the people cheer, and you can see the silhouetted form of your own hands reach out beside you. And as you go to turn, you can swear for a moment that what you saw beside you wasn't just hands, but rather wings. And as you turn, hands stretched out, there's this moment of pause. It's like, okay, did I really just see that?
As I bring my hand back in, I'm gonna extend it back out and see if I notice anything different.
You look on and track your shadow. And sure enough, rather than hands, you see wings. And you hear this voice call out to you. And it says, "You are always capable. You are always great. Show them that you are like me."
Well, maybe if you tell me how you are, I can emulate it. I'm a pretty good actor.
Surprisingly, no response.
Hello? Voice inside my head.
As you do so, everybody is just cheering more and more every time they hear your voice, just getting excited beyond belief.
Everything I do, every part of me. Worth a try. Does anything happen?
You watch as the clouds below, surrounding the feet of these people, these adoring fans, start to and push away from them for a moment as they reach their hands out to you.
my adoring fans, Rodrick.
What else did you expect?
Do you know my name? If you know it, chant it.
Rodrick, 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 Rodrick.
I'm gonna jump off the cliff.
In the greatest stage dive in all of Arendor's history, with perfect grace, you watch as you launch out and slowly, gracefully glide down into what slowly becomes darkness as you drift back off into a peaceful night's rest.
Do I feel the darkness? Am I awake still, or am I resting now?
It isn't until you wake. Seated, now curled up a little bit beside Calagon, who is still fast asleep, pressed into his alcove. You can see the light starting to come back up for a new day.
I must be dreaming. I must wake up. They need me. Just pitching myself.
As you do so, make an intelligence check for me.
That's good. Crazy that he thinks the reality is the dream.
So fun.
11. You might be honest.
11.
I don't know.
All right.
As you do so, you start pinching, and that is the last thing you remember before you wake up.
Wow.
No Calagon, no Arlyn, just Cleave.
The me's.
Does he look peaceful?
He does.
They must be on watch. Maybe if I call for them, but they told me not to yell. I keep wanting to, but they said no. Maybe if I wake up Cleave, he can help me. I'm gonna walk up to Cleave, and I'm just gonna tap on his shoulder.
Yeah, that's perfect. He's total side sleeper, fetal position.
Incredible.
Yeah. I was having the best dream. Yeah, is your watch over? You done? You wanna give me my stick? I'll take over.
I think it was done. I just got back from a show. I'm trying to find the other two. You know, the one. I'm honestly shocked I've lost him. He was glowing so brightly last time I saw him.
I get to my feet really fast.
They're gone. It's
And-
just me and you now. How we was meant to be. My fan.
Maybe a little bit more abruptly than you're used to from him. Kind of like snatched the club back out of your hand. Just we have to just look around. We just have to look around.
As you grab hold and you say this, you look down at what you had thought was a gift, apparently, and you watch as his hands now are wreathed in leaves, and small little plants have stretched themselves around from coming within this club of his.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop it right there, Cleave.
Yep.
Look at your hand.
Whoa, wait a minute.
I think it's from the cut. You must be rotting.
No. Wait, no. Wait.
Check the
I lift under my bandages. Nothing there.
Nothing.
Nothing there.
Completely healed over.
No, this is something else.
Oh, healed.
This must. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, you might be onto something. They might be connected. This happened in my dream too, so I was thinking maybe it just. I put it into my dream, but
Wait, that you were dreaming and that happened.
yeah, but that didn't happen. That's well, I guess I wasn't bleeding in my dream. Whoa.
Well, okay, look at
Does
me.
anything
Let me
I
know if
dream
anything
happen now?
happens. Let me know if anything happens.
Something happened.
You feel this power well up inside of you for a moment,
Oh my god.
and as you go down, no propulsion upward. You just kind
flapping
of
of arms.
flap. Nothing.
Oh, that's not fair.
We just gotta look around. We've got it. They can't be far. Bloodhawks wouldn't have lifted them up.
Should we try calling them? Do you have a special way to contact your friend?
Yeah.
How?
Well,
Maybe a whistle.
Yeah, I just... Calagon, please! Where are you? Calagon!
Abrupt as ever. Not something you're entirely unused to, though. You hear from around the bend.
I do hear? Okay.
Yep.
After getting hit by thunder, I'm just on the ground.
You find yourself on the ground and just shaken. And it's almost like you didn't fall asleep. It's more like those naps where you kind of fade in and out of consciousness briefly, and yet you look over and you can see that you seem to have slept through not only the rest of the day, but the majority of the night, as you can see a new light starting to approach.
Is Arlyn next to me sleeping?
Yes, but also starting to shake as the screams echo down this hallway.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Is he always like this in the mornings?
He's always like this. Always. I'm gonna get up, wipe my face. It was a weird dream. I'm gonna
Wait,
start
you
walking.
had a dream also?
Yeah, I don't even... How long have we been sleeping for? I dreamt that I was back home, but...
So did I.
Wait, we both dreamt that we went back home?
Yes. Did you hear a voice?
Calagon!
Not that voice. Not that voice.
I did hear a voice, but not in my dream. The voice happened before.
Before the dream.
Yeah.
What did it say?
It said, I don't recognize the voice, but it said something about how we're... Dang, what did it say? It said something about how we're, what did it say?
So at the wall specifically, it said that they seek to oppress us. And that he seeks to oppress us.
It says, wait, so I heard they?
You heard they, and then he seeks to oppress us after that.
Okay. Well, I heard a voice before, and it said that they seek to oppress us. I don't know what that means. It has nothing to do with my dream, but I thought it was interesting. But then some thunder happened, lightning and thunder from you. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but we better get back to the guys.
You said lightning.
Yeah, when I tried to wake you up, you shocked me with lightning.
Had
And
a
then
similar
after I heard the
experience.
voice, when we were looking at the image on the wall, it sounded like thunder.
You see, I had a similar experience in my dream. I became imbued in power.
Wait, you got powers too?
Lightning was climbing up my arms, and it felt different.
You seem to still feel it.
Have you ever
Slightly.
dealt with lightning powers? What are you gonna say?
I'm shaking Rodrick. Just like, they're gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna start walking eastward.
We're like not even east.
Yeah, we're south.
That slow trickling of energy that you felt coursing through your body.
Yeah.
You still feel it, just a hint.
It's still there. It's not as strong, but I feel it.
In my dream, I finally felt kind of what has been inside me out. I don't know how to explain it, but
mean?
I found the staff in this book, and in my dream I was actually able to use them.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't do anything, but I felt the power go to them. Like they were drawing power from me to protect myself or to attack whatever was attacking me. There was a bunch of vines, and
I saw the vines as well.
we gotta go back to
I
the
don't
guys.
understand.
If we had a dream, they must have had a dream too. It's this place.
I think there is something about this place. I mean, the pictures, the dragon.
Let's go tell them.
I don't understand.
Maybe
let's
they
go.
can make sense of this mural.
Let's go back to where we were.
I'm gonna run back to them.
Gathering your goods. Before you start off again, you notice that impressed on the front of your book now is the singular name, Calagon.
Whoa.
I'm walking behind you, I'm assuming, as I always do, and I'm not gonna mention it. I'm just gonna stare at it as we walk back towards where we were.
I still have my sword and my shield.
You do?
Okay. Because I look for
Yes.
them. Because I look for them
Bit of a worry
as
now.
I'm walking, remembering I did not have my sword. I cling to that thing. Okay, so we continue. And do we hear them still yelling out?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. They're not very hard to find. Do we notice that they've gone eastward?
Yeah, they start kind of just feeling their way around and checking
Did you
room
join
after
me on
room.
the track for them?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we decided we were gonna go eastward because that's what Aranor said. So I'm walking.
We just follow the voices.
So are you
They're
going like
quite
outside
loud.
to
I'm
like?
going to the direction where we thought we were all moving.
Okay.
How far are they away from us?
So okay, there is an eastern corridor, and then there's like eastern like caverns elsewhere that he had pointed to physically outside that you had previously seen. Are you trying to like walk outside and then go eastward, or like down and then go eastward? Okay.
Because that's what we decided that we were gonna do. Because
Okay.
of the like bloodhawk looking things.
Cool. Yeah. Simple enough. There's a simple open square room that seems just singed with flames and different like markings of sorts. It almost seems like there was some sort of battle held in here at some point.
So markings on the walls are like as if the swords had been smashed against the walls, like in battle.
Most likely, there are scratches. There are marks. Make an investigation check for me, actually.
7.
7. Yep.
Yep, that's what you see.
Lines pressed in and clear, kind of like ash, but otherwise it's hard to make out. Like, you know, is it from a weapon, from a creature, from just wear and tear?
Is a room open concept?
It is. It's a wonderful, lovely one bedroom open concept,
Studio.
and you can see directly north and south of you, where it vanishes back into darkness.
Cleave.
Yeah.
Thoughts on all these markings?
You think there was a struggle?
I'm not sure. I
Like
mean,
they got him?
It looks like maybe some kind of metal hit something. I'm not sure if it was maybe a battle or somebody with a pickaxe just trying to find gold. Are you okay? You're right.
They never would have taken them quietly. Why didn't we wake up?
You know, Calagon's not much of a talker, from my experience with him so far.
Yeah, but
How
it's
do you know
tough.
he would have gone
and
quiet?
Arlyn's tough. And sound
guys
obviously
hear this
doesn't
as you guys
travel well and hear us.
approach.
They would hear us.
Hearing the clear nonsense of the fact that they seem to find you both to be missing currently.
Do you think maybe these markings belong to Arlyn's sword? I think I remembered the size of the sword by my finger. It was about this one. I put one of my fingers inside.
Are me and Arlyn
Yeah,
watching
you
them do
guys
this?
see
We're
them
watching them.
as you now coming across just Rodrick pressed into the wall.
I like put my hand on
was
Calagon's
definitely
chest,
us.
and I say, just let them be. So I say we continue walking and creep up right behind and say,
Stealth check.
okay.
Both
Oh
of
man,
us?
this is rough at
you?
disadvantage.
We've got to
Is it
follow the tracks
disadvantage?
of this great
No,
battle
for
that they
him,
had.
for his
Oh
armor.
no,
find
it
him.
can't get any worse than this.
Oh, I got a 19.
Wow. I rolled. The second one was a nat 20. The first one was a 4.
Yeah, boy.
And
Very unfortunate.
stealth is a cold 0.
Noise. I rolled a
So you guys
19
are
and
talking.
a 10.
It's met abruptly with the clanging of metal as you hear
Lovely.
just this slow screech of like, where you turn to find Arlyn just like, kind of slowly, almost like cartoonishly positioned, held in one just kind of set pose.
Do we see Calagon with him, or is it just Arlyn?
You see
I'm-
Calagon.
I'm like right behind
well
him, looking
behind,
at
just-
him like it's not
Cleave,
quiet.
I was right.
He must have almost tripped. Look at him.
Yes.
Yeah, for that little bit of sound, probably just didn't travel all the way this way.
Oh, we heard you. Most definitely heard you.
We definitely heard you. Hey, question. Well, 2 questions. One, what are you doing to
Me?
the wall?
That's a great question.
With the wall in mind.
Never mind.
You get interrupted by a hug.
What a joy.
Question number 2. Did you guys have any sort of weird dream?
Me.
Oh yeah, look at this. There's
Whoa.
spines on my hand.
What is that?
Fast-growing plants in the caves, and I dreamt about it because that would happen.
You had plants in your dreams as well?
Yeah, like vines.
What about
Yeah.
you?
Vines.
We must have all been getting wrapped by the fast-growing vines up there. It's like a magical plant.
Well, I did not feel any when I awoke.
It was trying to take me away.
Yeah, you probably had a nightmare about
And
it.
Cleave.
But I'm like
Wait,
into nature, so I accepted it.
Is there something that
I
you
understand.
can show me? Is there something visible, like his leaves, that came from your dream?
Well, my book has my name on it now. And I'm
Did
just going to show
you
everybody
write it?
my book.
Did it?
Did you write it? He said.
It's in leather. It wasn't
it's-
there before.
it's
Cleave.
inscripted.
Look, you've seen this before.
Wait, this is different then. I was thinking this was just like when somebody puts your hand in water while you're sleeping, and then like in real life,
I think he just
But
does
this
it.
is different.
Trust us.
Who?
He labeled his book so we wouldn't steal it.
It wasn't labeled
No, that wasn't
before
like
my
that.
dream.
I've seen it.
So something did it, but not you. I guess that's
I don't know what it was.
pretty crazy. How about you, Arlyn? Do you have anything from your dream that you can show us? Something extraordinary?
I look around because everything is purely feeling. I'm like, well, I feel it. Let's try this. Pull my finger.
I pull his finger.
Unless you yourself choose to do anything, nothing.
I pull his finger.
You feel kind of the warmth, almost like static electricity, reaching out to him from
Strange.
inside.
Well,
Does his
that
hair
did
stand
not
up?
Work. Let's try again. I'm going to actively try to shock him, alluding to what he told me.
You didn't try. I woke you up.
Incredible.
I need
Yes,
to shock
but
him.
I'm gonna try to emulate what
Okay.
you said I did.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna touch his. I'm
Pull
gonna
my finger again.
grab his finger.
As you do so, he flexes his body, and rather than just his finger, you watch as his entire body illuminates these corridors, and
Oh
just
my
one
goodness.
massive lightning bolt standing in front of you.
This is what I meant.
And it
My
starts
eyes
to
are
fade, and you see the trickling of
glowing and
electricity all
lightning.
around, and his hair standing up a little bit on edge with sparks shooting off of his body now.
I wanna
What is this?
I wanna try. I'm gonna grab
Pull
my
my
staff.
finger.
No. I'm gonna grab my staff and I'm gonna try to create a bolt of something out of it.
Nice.
Again, towards the wall, towards the cavern.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, shoot, I don't remember your spells currently. off the top
Firebolt
of
is a
my head
cantrip.
on that, but what's up?
Firebolt is a cantrip.
Perfect. There you go. You watch as kind of fighting the light of the electricity that's kind of jumping out from Arlyn's body. You see that now one greater illumination just kind of presses toward, and you guys, having felt the deep warmth of this cavernous system, now feel something far worse. As like seated close at a hibachi grill, you just feel the flames just press into your face, and watch as the wall lights up and the singed black now completely erasing any scarring from any weaponry or claws that may have been.
Whoops. That was awesome. Did you see that?
I did.
That's cool. Your turn.
That was crazy.
Incredible.
Your turn.
Quick question before it's my turn. In your dream, did someone talk to you?
Oh, I heard a voice before the dream. He heard one in his
You
dream.
heard one in the dream.
I did.
What about you, Cleave? Did you hear one in your dream?
Yeah, it said to reach out, take my power. Their power.
Because
I didn't hear
I had
that.
a voice too. My voice said, "I'm going to grant you the greatest power of the fall.
Did you really?
What's
but
that?
do not show them until at a much more opportune time."
Please do make a deception check. The rest of you, of course, are free to roll insight
What
at
is
will.
he talking about?
Oh, why?
Oh Lord!
Please tell me Nat 1.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing.
So, what do we
six.
see?
Yeah, please.
Clearly, puffing himself up, having seen just such miraculous displays beside him, he stands there looking powerless, but sounding grand.
So, still with the electricity freaking, like, staticking all over my body, I'm going to choose to go on his shoulder.
Oh my goodness.
Do you have the stats up for that currently?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do believe that's going to be a save from you, Rodrick.
I can die really easily.
Yeah, it's. Wait, have we long rested yet?
My goodness,
Like-
where is it?
Yes.
oh, okay.
You find
Oh,
that you
we've long
are
rested.
entirely rested currently.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Man, I don't have them on me.
Let me see.
Which one?
It would be the racial.
A lot of that big stuff doesn't happen till level 3.
Right. Still
Let
there.
me see. I should have it somewhere. Anyways, what happens?
So clearly, as you reach down towards him, not even just pressing at normal speed, you watch as your hand almost vanishes and reappears on his shoulder, and with one bright glow leaps electricity from your hand straight directly into your shoulder. We'll say it's going to be 1 point of lightning damage.
1 point.
Step away, step away.
Why would you do that?
Why would you lie?
Me?
Yes.
Lie.
Yes.
Incapable.
Do you want it again?
That was shocking.
Let's slow down. Slow down.
Cleave, tell them how great it was what I showed you. They'll take your word.
What'd you show me?
Me?
Remind me?
You don't remember?
No. It was great, though.
Don't lie, Cleave.
I don't know. I'm assuming it was great. I just don't remember what it was. It could have been. I didn't mean to say that. It's just when you.
I'd
flap-
rather you say I was terrible
What
than not memorable.
happened?
Well,
What happened
do it
in your
again.
dream?
Do the flap. Do the flap.
The flap.
Yeah.
What flap?
The flap.
Show him the flap.
Is that your power?
The flap. Everybody, leave this room.
What?
Leave this room. It's too powerful
I just
for you to see with your own eyes.
I'm going to start backing
I'm
away.
gonna come bring you. I can't see in the water though, real fast. And,
If it's anything like the three of us,
as
must
I'm
be
offering
quite
it-
incredible.
As I'm offering it to you and trying to tend to you like you have my back, the vines in my hand, I notice that there's berries growing off of them, and I pull one out. Yeah, it looks good.
Disgusting.
That
Delicious, actually.
seems disgusting.
I'm just like, I pull out another one. I'm like, you gotta that. Wow, I feel full. You gotta try this.
He grows good berries out of
No
his hands?
way.
That's
No
so
way.
sad.
I'm gonna take
You got
one.
it. You got it. Yeah.
What?
Kelly gonna have one of these.
It's not bad.
Perfect.
So strange.
All right, man.
I know these.
Rodrick,
I've heard of them.
show us. You are wasting a lot of time.
Okay, give me a second. I must consult with the great, Arendor.
Ah, yes.
Bear with me.
Is that the voice that you heard?
Excuse me?
I take 2 steps back.
Bear with me.
I back up.
I'm gonna go to the center of the room and I'm just gonna kind of huddle over myself, put one finger on my ear, and say, "Please, I'm begging you. Make a crowd of thousands appear in this room, even if it kills me. I just must not be embarrassed again."
Incredible.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
I'm so ready.
Stand back.
Yep. No, step back.
I turn around from them just like I did at the edge of the cliff.
I stand the farthest back.
I'm the closest because I don't believe him at all.
And I put my hands up like this, and I do my spin, and I stand in front of them like this, and I say, "Do you see it?"
And
I go,
as you look at him, from behind you can see that in his shadows you can see what look to be an army of people.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Okay. Chill.
And slowly
Sorry,
you
I
start,
was also gonna cast Gust, and I wanted him to be
Nice.
crippling.
As that starts to fade for a moment, you swear you can hear a light cheering from beyond him.
What in
What
the
was that?
world is going on?
Yeah, so I start out doing the thing which my verbal component is literally going whoosh, whoosh. So I do that from the back. I'm like,
I'm still actually convinced that what they saw was what he saw earlier. Because it was behind me, I didn't see my shadow.
Incredible.
You tell me. Oh, great, Calagon.
Dude, I can't.
No way.
Oh man. First time breaking him.
I
Great job.
don't know what I just saw. I would like you to explain it to me, please. What was that?
Describe to me what you saw.
I don't know what I saw. You tell me. It looked like you were trying to fly in the air and there was a bunch of people behind you.
You listen? Yes.
Who?
My fans. Thousands of adoring fans at my will and beckon to do my bidding. So, don't mess with me or the shadows might get you.
This is ridiculous.
I'm gonna turn to Arlyn and be like, I don't know. He might have a point. Maybe he is the strongest one that we don't know.
It's like, this is not what I said.
This is great. This is great.
Welcome to the Four Horsemen episode.
I would like to take a brief pause just to announce to everybody that we had actually started a session 0 where everybody played as level 0. So this is very fun for me.
the first time we are
This
getting
has
our
been
powers.
beautiful.
Yeah.
This is wonderful. You guys are absolutely killing it. Alrighty. As this continues on, you can feel a dull kind of breeze just waft in from outside. So you can feel it kind of stretching through the halls. And slowly filling the area. But the breeze doesn't seem to be the only thing coming through. as you notice for the second time, the water's still rising. And there seems to be a slow trickle, a brief puddle welling up at your feet, as you all sit around shocking one another in various different ways.
Oh, I start to step away from wherever his electricity is like near the water, and then the water starts to step away from me.
Wow.
And out from me, all around, all the water that was coming near me just like meets like a little like mini Prince of Egypt here. Just parts.
That's amazing.
What? Ah, that's amazing.
So you can't get wet.
I can't get wet. I like the water. Oh no.
It's both a blessing and a curse. Kind of like my situation.
I start like reaching for it and as it like chases away. Then eventually I touch it. I'm like, no, I can get wet. I don't know what's happening, but I can get wet.
Maybe we keep moving. I don't much like the thought of drowning.
True.
Or maybe I'll stick next to you. Hug me, brother.
That's all I ever ask.
Nice warm embrace. Beautiful. And the water's somehow
keep the
just
water.
rising more and more as you guys...
While we're close, I have my arm around his
Embrace
shoulder.
each
other.
I just like,
Well,
you really should try one.
At least Rodrick is now also untouched by the water for a brief moment.
Nice.
I'll try it.
It heals you the 1 HP that you lost.
Thank you.
Wow, beautiful.
Nice.
Is it good?
It's delicious.
Yeah. We should call them delicious berries.
Delicious berries.
That's what they are.
Maybe leave the naming to me.
Okay.
Well, I don't suppose that electricity and water mix very well. So I don't think we can go back into the waters. Let's just continue on eastward.
I stand near Calagon too, so I can also keep the water away from him. I like move us away.
Really quick. In my dream, I felt like I could fly. When I danced, did you see wings?
Just people.
No wings.
No wings.
I can try jumping off the cliff, seeing if that'll work.
Please,
You could always
do
try
not
that.
do that.
As you say it, you are filled with this sense of confidence. Having experienced similar, at least, from Nile previously.
Shouldn't you try maybe
on
a
it.
smaller jump first?
It's like, yeah.
He's like, that's a good idea.
there was that jump from the side of the cliff towards the eastern caverns. We can maybe try to scale that.
Let's see. Who knows what we can do now?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Making your way back outside. You find yourselves once again facing the cold, but with the nice warmth of the sun kind of setting in. Each of you now empowered in different ways, and steadily reaching out further and further towards this side of this cliff. Looking over, it is only about 20 feet before the next step down, but it's fairly narrow.
Who wants to take the leap? Or maybe we all take it. If we die together, we die together.
We were walking fine. I have rope still.
20 feet. Seems like a risky jump to me.
What if you just jumped, we tied the rope to you, all three of us held the rope, and then you did your little test.
That's a great
And if it
idea.
doesn't work, we just catch you, pull you back. You'll hurt your hips, but, you know, happens to the best of us.
We could do that. Is there an area closer down to the floor?
Take a look at that, because I don't remember me already.
There does not seem to be, from what you guys notice immediately.
All right.
let me know.
Bet you could jump into the
'Cause
water.
I could
Let's test this. Who has rope or chains they can wrap around me, and I can jump?
I take out the rope out of my explorer's pack, and I start wrapping it around his waist.
Yeah.
Simple enough.
All right. I can try. I can do it. Do you guys mind turning around?
Yeah.
How are we supposed to expect your fall if we are not looking at you?
Well, just take my word for it.
Maybe this is good. We probably want to be braced in the opposite direction, holding the rope, so that if he falls, we can, sort of push it forward. We all just hold it here.
Very well then. So I turn around and I'm holding the rope tightly.
Okay. I kind of go into like a fetal position, and I just launch the 20 feet.
Nice.
And as I get to the bottom, I gracefully land.
The pull, you guys feel it as it starts to get away from you, but it's not the sudden yank that you'd expected, as it slowly pulls taut. And you feel as you all can kind of lower it down briefly.
Oh.
Strange.
Calagon, you are strong. I didn't even feel it like releasing.
I don't think that was me.
I look at him very strangely as I'm the one holding the end.
Oh, you're right.
The
You're very
far
strong.
end.
You're
The
very
far
What's it
end.
called? When you guys look down over the cliff, you just see me on the bottom ledge like this. This was me!
Should we tie the rope and follow him down?
So you can really do that.
I say you jump.
Should we tie the rope and follow him down?
I suppose so.
Okay. 'Cause
Yes.
I'm not jumping.
No.
Trust me. I know what I'm doing.
Do you guys remember what Nile did to us?
Yeah, when we jumped off the thing and then he made us fall slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you suppose...
Is that what he's got?
I did
Yes.
specifically ask for that.
Did you really?
That he did.
I did.
What do you think, Calagon?
I don't
Well,
know. He hasn't been super trustworthy in what he
I
says,
don't know.
but it seems like when it comes to his actions, he backs it up.
I've proven it. I'm here, aren't I?
Can you hear us
Unscathed.
talking?
What?
I guess you can. I didn't know you can hear us talking.
It's the,
But you
the
keep
pointed
replying.
half elvish.
Oh, okay.
ears, you know,
Gotcha.
kind of specifically scopes upward.
Because I was talking to Cleave, and then I just hear him reply from 20 feet down.
It's a quiet ledge.
I
So,
guess so. Yeah.
do I remember my mother ever doing something of similar?
For sure.
As I'm looking at my hands imbuing this power of electricity, I remember part of my lineage having celestial background. And I say, I think I want to try that myself.
Listen,
Can we all
Arlyn,
do that?
we got powers and stuff, and
I
this is
don't
really
know.
cool, but just, I think you should be careful.
So, I'm gonna go
Describe how
up
it
to
felt
each
when you
of
did it.
them, and I'm gonna touch them in the chest, and I'm going to attempt to copy what I would see my mother doing in those, like, scenarios where she would cast this special power.
Okay. Yeah. Without fail, you of course are able to emulate it quite easily.
Okay. And I say, well, let's jump. And I jump first.
And you just jump like
I just fall off to where the ledge
to where
is.
Rodrick's
yes.
at?
No, I'm not jumping.
Okay. I was like, hold on.
No.
All right, yeah.
No.
No, you
Only got
you
600
jump
feet.
and it almost feels like your body starts to pulsate downward for a second as you're in this kind of rapid movement kind of zone, if you will. And as you do so, you watch as the electricity seems to kind of almost like flake off of you as it vanishes behind, and you instead slowly drift down like a cloud.
Maybe we can all do it.
We can all do it.
I am tying the rope around a rock as they are doing all of this.
Well, it's
I
just
am
you.
not jumping down no ledge without knowing how the heck to do anything.
Yeah. That's wise.
Cleave. Try.
I'm not jumping down no ledge without knowing how the heck to do it.
Come on, Cleave, and I'm gonna start making my way down the rope.
I'm gonna like before you go down, I'm gonna kind of whisper to just to you, Calagon. I don't know. It seems like there might be a little bit of putting on airs in the group right now. I don't know if you caught it, but I will tell you, the last few minutes or hour, I can't tell time in my sleep, was almost more like a meditative trance state, and I myself do have a little bit more control and knowledge of what I'm doing than I'm letting on.
And do you think we should keep
You
that
should know
quiet, or
I don't know. They're keeping it quiet. Well,
they're not
it's
keeping it
opposite.
quiet?
It's
at
really
all?
like they're saying more than they can do, but I will let them know if you think that's the right move.
I think we should see where this leads us, and
All cards on the
maybe
table.
when the opportunity arises, you can show us what you can truly do.
Well, I can do something that I think that maybe this is the trick they're using, so I can test it.
If you feel
And I
you
like
should.
Kamehameha gust at him super hard with like a whoosh. I do that. And,
To me?
Yeah, to you, just so you can feel like what it is that I can do.
Does that not have knockback?
Huh? It can push him back 5 feet if he doesn't. He has to make a strength saving throw.
Uh-oh, it's
I'm
kind of narrow.
falling
No, I'm not putting
down.
No.
They're still
not
on the
towards
cliff, I think.
No, not to the
You
cliff.
said before I go
I said
down the
before
rope.
I pull you aside and I talk to you.
Do you pull me aside more than 5 feet? I hope.
Yeah,
Well, I
I'm
mean,
pushing
you can just face
sideways.
from the other
Pushing you
way.
sideways.
Okay.
Push you
Push
away
back
from
away
the
from
cliff,
the
yeah.
Okay. So you just blew me towards the cliff again, pretty
So
much.
No,
you,
not
you
towards
get
the cliff at
knocked
all. I
back
wouldn't even do that.
away from the
To
cliff,
the side, yeah.
and the rest of you lot watch onward as you see kind of Cliff make an unusual, I don't even know, pose, and Calagon just kind of disappears from view for a second.
Interesting.
And looking around, you notice there's not any other further ledge, and it seems a bit wasted to have everybody continue climbing down to where you're at.
So there's
Lovely.
nowhere to go.
I suppose not.
So you see, I can do it.
That was pretty cool. It blew me away.
Blew me away.
Guys, should we head down there, or
There's nothing here.
there's no path?
Do we know how
There is none.
how far the drop is?
We are above the clouds, Rodrick. How far do you think the drop is?
Do you want to ask those dragons? Maybe
not
they'll let
sure.
us know.
My mother once told me my head was in the clouds, so perhaps 6 feet.
Your mother's a bright woman.
So you have really quick. You have the rope tied to something upstairs, basically.
Because I was
You're
going to
just like-
bungee down to where they are until you pulled me aside and
And
blew me away.
There's really nothing around
do
here?
you guys still have the rope?
Everything seems
Yep.
to be jutted
Okay,
out
that's
specifically.
tied to
so
him.
I haven't gone
everything
down
kind
yet,
of digs back
so it's down.
inward
The
rope
into
that's
the
tied to
mountain
him.
beyond this slightly lower
Yeah, we tied
step.
the rope
But
to
there's nowhere
something
for
up
us to keep
top, and
walking
I was
around
going
the
to take it down to
Around
you guys.
it
Got
kind
it.
of slopes out and narrows at the edge, but you can certainly,
Can we kind of shimmy?
yeah, you shimmy a little bit, but it's not a very far stretch. So
And it
There's
takes
really
us to,
nowhere
a
to go.
dead end?
yes.
Yes.
All this for nothing.
I start trying to climb my way back up 20 feet.
Okay. Yeah, make an athletics check.
We've gone nowhere.
22.
22. It's difficult, but you notice that there is an outcropping of kind of stepped rocks that make their way most of the way upward, and using those, you're able to leap the rest of the way back up to the top.
Perfect. Rodrick, are you following along?
Yes, I'll join you. There's nowhere to go.
And so the rope that's still tied to his chest, to his waist, I start pulling it up.
Okay, easy enough.
Little help.
So we're not jumping down anymore? Yep. Oh, I can pull.
There's nothing down there.
I guess back inside.
I just look at you with a
I don't
look.
know
I'm like,
where to
I
go.
can do it. I
So
can do it.
let's just continue doing what we thought was the right way. Eastward.
Now that we're
Keep
well
going
rested.
Eastward through the caves.
Alright.
But the water.
As you walk back, you notice just that. The water has reached its way outside now at this point,
Oh, it's still rising
and
up.
it's pushing. Inside, you can see where it seems to be covering just about everything. Sloping slightly downward from where you guys are at, you can make out just nothing but deeper hues of blue, lit up now again by this algae.
Oh, well, at least it's light up again.
Why don't you try touching the water? Without us being in it. See how
He's
it
not still
reacts.
lightning, right?
Right, he's not.
Okay.
Oh.
I give it a little
Well,
splash.
then
splash.
we could probably swim.
It is freezing.
Ah!
Lovely.
Now it's not. Sorry, the one near me. I warm it a little bit.
Incredible.
Okay then.
Ah, that's better.
Do I see... We go back... I want to go back inside and look around. Do I see any of the corridors? Do they continue on?
Going inside would involve swimming at this point.
At
Where's
this
the
point?
water flowing to?
Man.
Is it
It's
just flowing
just
out?
continually? Yeah, it's
So
just a
there's no-
continual outpouring from that center fountain, just as you'd experienced previously.
Okay, and okay. So I'm gonna swim inside. Is it tall enough to where it's not reached the top yet
It is
of the
not,
cavern?
correct.
Okay.
But
Um,
at least not at this immediate point. You notice that everything does dip a little bit further down, and it seems to extend higher and higher the further you go in.
The roof gets higher and higher the further we go.
So the roof seems to get lower as
Lower,
the
and
water,
the water
seems
gets
to get
higher.
higher.
Okay. Since we don't have a lot of time, I'm gonna get inside the room. I'm gonna look inside the room. Is there any doorway that's still, a doorway or entryway that I could still see?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 14.
14. Yeah, it's not hard to see the doorways that are being immediately kind of pressed by these gigantic tentacles that seem to reach their way around, pulling closer towards you.
Wait, say that again?
Yeah, so there are large tentacles coming out from the doorways beside the eastern and western
He said that
corridors.
so nonchalantly, it's like hard to
Large
believe.
tentacles.
Just like from like the water.
From the
like,
water.
coming from-
Yep.
Okay.
Good job catching it now, at least.
I'm going to try to talk to it.
Try to talk to it. Yeah. What you do is catch its attention as you hear this weird, and the water starts to ripple around you as, lashing one tentacle after the next, you see as it grabs hold of the walls and starts gearing closer and closer towards you.
I'm going to try to talk to it. Wait, sorry, do you have a...
Well,
that's what we'll... Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So unfortunately, that's where we're gonna pick up next week.
Oh.
With Cleave trying to talk to a creature, whatever said creature may be.
Oh, goodness.
My sheet says I can talk to
My-
it, but my character probably doesn't know that I can. So I was gonna talk to it and try to see
Cool.
what it wants.
Yeah, no, by all
We'll
means,
see
and
next
find
week.
out how that goes.
Wow.
Mhm.
That was a fun one.
Okay, we made it.
We got our powers.
Yeah, I still don't really understand what my thing is, but...
None of us do, David.
Yeah, none of us do.
Absolutely, none of us.
No, I mean like to the audience. We made it, guys.
We made it.
It's
Yes.
so funny. Like,
We
welcome to our
streamed the
stream.
rest.
We're all so tired. We need a long rest. That's the first thing we do in the stream.
There you go.
Oh, Goodness
That's
gracious.
fantastic.
What a day.
That's
Thank
basically
you
what the
guys
stream
for
did, too.
sticking with us.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Next
Well,
week should be
Short rest, actually.
much smoother.
I was gonna say it's definitely time for our personal long rests, but
Yeah, right.
that being said, we love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a great week, and until then, God bless.
Wait, one more thing before you go. My name is Manny, and I play Arlyn Dursalai in our campaign The Four Horsemen by our show Divine Inspiration. And I had a question for you guys. Have any of you ever felt lonely or full of anxiety or heavy with depression or any of those things? I feel like our generation battles a lot with that every single day. And I myself have experienced some of that throughout my life. And upon trying many different things to get over that mountain, there's only one thing that truly has been able to give me 100% peace and full recovery mentally and emotionally from those situations. And it is just putting 100% of your trust in our Creator. And it sounds cliche, right? Because everybody says that, but it is the full-on truth. I have some scripture that can help you whenever you do feel that type of burden on your life. The first one is Psalm 23:4. It says, "Though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." You are not alone. You're not meant to walk alone. He's meant to guide you on your journey. Now, the other one is Matthew 11:28 and 29. It says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest in your souls." So, a lot of those things, anxiety, all of that, is because of a lack of peace. And the only way to fully get true peace is by being able to walk with God. And you will find rest for your souls in Him. It's a promise that's written in Scripture. So I hope that helps as we go off on our regular adventures every single day, just like our characters do. And we feel the heaviness and the shadow of death following through in our life. I hope these scriptures can help remind you that you are not alone. Anyways, thank you guys for sticking around for the whole stream. We love you guys. We hope you had fun, and we'll see you guys next week. This was this week's Divine Inspiration. All right, see you guys.